Hi, Beauty Image. So I recently had a small communications issue on what beauty image is exactly. And so I wanted to kind of cover that. I wanted to tell you that beauty image is not just about the physical. I mean, yes, of course we're about the physical. We want you to love your body just the way that it is. But we're not about the physical because, well, society's all about the physical. And we're kind of basically against all of that. We're against the media and the designers and the photoshopping and all those perfect ideas of what a woman is. And yet, we're for everything that makes a woman perfect. We're for the essence of what a woman is. We're for the emotion that comes with being a woman. We're for the expression of what women are. So to say that, I'm going to give myself as an example. I feel most beautiful when, I'm going to fill in the blank now, when I'm laughing. I feel most beautiful when I'm playing with my dog. I feel most beautiful when I strut a certain way. I feel very, very sexy when I'm riding my skateboard in public. I think that personally, I find myself sexy and beautiful when I'm performing certain tasks. I'm a huge car enthusiast. I may not look it, but I have been working on cars since I was 13, and I feel so amazingly beautiful and sexy and desirable when I'm working on my car. It's these aspects of myself that make me feel unique. It tells me that I am who I am. And when I do these crafts, these things, these skills, and use my mind the way that I do, I feel beautiful. Introspectively, I look at myself and I'm thinking, wow, I'm really awesome. I must be so super attractive right now. You know, when I'm bending a curve on my skateboard, just cruising down the street. And I think, you know, if a person like drove by right now, or if they walked by, or if there was a guy on a skateboard, yes, I'm married, I don't care. I think about the way people's perception of me is all the time. And I use that to better myself. And what I mean is, I know there's a lot of people who want to focus on like, what do people think of me? Am I good enough? I don't think that way about myself. I think, what do people think of me? They must think I'm sexy, they must think I'm cool, they must think I'm beautiful, because that's the way I feel that I would look at a person like me if I were to be the person on the other side. I think it is incredibly sexy when I see a woman on a skateboard, or a young woman on a skateboard, or a girl, and they're enjoying themselves, and they're enveloping themselves in this passion that they love, and you can see the joy on their face. I find that incredibly beautiful, incredibly sexy, incredibly desirable. I find the same thing desirable when I see a woman working on a car, when I see a woman playing with a dog, when I see a woman playing with children. When you're doing these tasks and you're 100% yourself and you're 100% just letting go and you're in the moment, that's what I find extremely beautiful. And I find the person, regardless of how they look, and regardless of what they look like or what they're wearing or anything, if their inhibitions are gone and they're in the moment and they're enjoying themselves, I don't see those physical aspects anymore, because what I see is a soul, and I see that that soul is happy and it's in love with what it's doing and it's in love with itself in that moment. That's just beautiful. To me, that is the most amazing aspect of a person that I can witness. And I'm incredibly humbled when I witness those moments, because I'm not always happy all the time. I don't always feel beautiful. I'm not always like inhibitions let loose. But it makes me think that I should be. And when I'm enjoying somebody else's inhibitions being set loose and not having any cares in the world, I, in that moment, join them And not only do they shine and are they beautiful, but I shine and I'm beautiful. And I wanted to pass that along because that's how I want women to see themselves. Sure, do the makeup, do the hair, do the clothes, you know, and I'm not against whatever will make you feel more comfortable with yourself. Breast augmentation, teeth whitening, Botox. I may not want to do it myself, but I'm a firm believer that when you feel comfortable, you feel beautiful. And when you feel beautiful, you feel confident. And when you feel confident, not only do you feel beautiful, but people will affirm that feeling for you by complimenting and the way that they treat you and the things that they say and how they say them. And that is where I'm trying to take you. The journey to self-love is a process. I have found that those mean girls, they love themselves for what they are. That's the exterior. That's how they look. That's their makeup, their hair, their clothes, how much they have money-wise, how privileged they are, how many guys think they're attractive. They love the exterior. And the very hard truth is that exterior is not going to stay with them the rest of their lives. And they're not going to be able to stay happy with that. And they're going to hate themselves later. Maybe that's not true for all of them, but I have learned in my experience that that is true. So prove me wrong. Please, I'd rather see a woman happy than not. But I have learned that the most beautiful women, the women that I want to connect with, the women that I affiliate myself with, the women that I feel for, are the women who don't like their exterior. They're not happy. They have body image issues. But when they look past that and they start loving themselves for who they are, and that's beauty image, who you are. Not what you are, not what your size is, not what your weight is, not what you wear, not how much you have, but who you are, what you do, what your interests are, what you're passionate about, your heart, your soul, your mind. That is who you are, and that's what we want you to love. We want you to love you for who you are. And the step is that when you can love yourself for who you are, loving your exterior comes naturally because you're comfortable with who you are, and suddenly you're comfortable with what you are, and then you begin to love that. And that's the journey that I have learned in my experience takes to do all of those steps in order to be the woman you have always dreamed of being, the woman that's inside you right now, just waiting for you to open the door and let her out. So I hope you can take that as a better explanation, and I hope that it's a better communication of what we are and what we do and how we feel and what we think. And I hope that you can join us in all of those expressions and emotions of what we are. Have a wonderful day, and please feel beautiful. Do whatever it takes, because you're deserving of it.